the Cherniak, and she was outlined in our discussion a very interesting scenario. She suggested that, you know, if Canada should follow what, and she's involved in some of these arbitrations, you know, the World Trade Organization and NAFTA, as a trade lawyer. She said we could follow what the Americans did with softwood lumber, which was you have a spurious case, you tie it up in the court, you know, in an energy crisis, you supply Canadians with the energy. And that, you know, then the Americans don't like that, and then they take us to NAFTA. And she said you could tie them up for 3 or 4 years in litigation, and by that time, the 3 years, there's a 3-year rule in NAFTA. The proportionality clause is based on the energy exports of the last 3 years, so that you would then have reduced that proportion, and then you could then carry on after that. So, anyways, I hadn't thought of that. It's an interest. Now, I'm going to talk about you know, less devious way. The problem with that solution is that you would have to have a government that was determined to do this and to represent Canadians' interests rather than the great empire's interests, and that's the problem. But so I want to talk about the opportunity that Obama presidency could bring to Canada. So there, of course, amongst the elites, it sparked a lot of will he or won't he worry in Canada. You could feel the fear of the business as usual crowd trying to reassure themselves that Mr. Obama would really reopen NAFTA. Remember in the Ohio primary race with Hillary Clinton, both of them promised to renegotiate NAFTA, and they both said that they would pull out. Any country can pull out of NAFTA with giving 6 months notice. And Obama had said that he would use the hammer of that 6-month agreement in order to for the Americans to get their way. Then in June, he kind of pulled back a bit from that rhetoric, and he said it was a little bit overheated, but he still promises to open a dialogue on NAFTA. And I'm arguing that instead of wringing hands about this, that Canada should seize upon this and get rid of the proportionality clause. Because you know, the United States is going to bring its issues, which are labor standards and environmental standards, if Obama wins, to the table on NAFTA. Well, it means that Canada and Mexico should bring their own issues, and we should bring proportionality. You know, there are other people who argue we should bring Chapter 11, we should probably bring that as well, which is about foreign investment, and you can't even control the level of foreign investment yet. But I'm going to talk about only proportionality here. Now, a lot of people think, well, you know, this is just rhetoric, and Obama's going to back down from this. I'm not sure. I think we're going to hear this again